How are your devotions moving you towards the choices and creating transition in your life today? Archangel Metatron asks that I bring in the Lumerian quartz today. Take a deep breath. Bring in the Christ grid so that we may transition into love. And devotion to our path of highest divine engagement. I wanted to share, I just completed another 60-hour fast, 1:11 on the clock, and it has brought me to such a wonderful place in alignment with some more deep diving I've been doing during this time of healing and hermit mode, mostly, although I can sincerely feel the edge of the woods coming. Let's get to the reading today. We're going to start with Abraham Hicks cards. Jumping right out at us today. Abraham, the ascended group of masters that is Abraham, the group of consciousness is channeled by Esther Hicks. No, Abraham is not a man. It's actually a group of beings. But I invite you to check into it, because you don't need me to give you all the details. Only I know what is appropriate for me. Maybe they don't resonate with you, but check them out if you'd like. First I reach for joy, and all else follows. Only I know what is appropriate for me. It's just like speaking of hermit mode and nurturing the little one inside us, nurturing the bird that wants to sing and fly. As I reach for joy, all else follows. I love this. There's like a mango tree laying under with all these fruits. The joy of Mother Earth reaching down. I just made a video about low-hanging fruit and why it's better to wait till you can get to the top of the tree. And this one and this one. We got, I am a physical extension of source energy. Also, why does my saying no to it mean saying yes to it? Yes. In more than one way, no is an answer. No is a choice. And when we point at something and say no, we're actually inviting it in as well. But this is all part of the process as we learn that I am a vibrational transmitter and receiver, and what I transmit, I receive. So when we push against or say no, I won't feel those feelings. No, I won't go into those places where I feel tension. Tension's gonna come find you. Or no, I'm not ready for love, or what may you, and that's what you'll receive. Not those cards today. Back to the Pocket Tarot of the Wild Unknown for the second time this week. Kind of a new deck to me, but I'm enjoying its the imagery, the coloring. So how can you see where perhaps we're second guessing what's right for me, because only I know what is appropriate for me? Might be suggesting that we're coming at things from a sense of what we've been told is appropriate for us. And that comes from all kinds of programming. 555 on the clock, change your thoughts. It's time to change our thoughts. And believe me, I gotta do it too. You know, I work at it too. It's a never-ending process in a sense. You know, unless you get a soul swap with a ascended master like Eckhart Tolle, who like just, you know, went from a bum on a bench to preaching to crowds, essentially. 5 of Wands. Lose the battle, win the war. Fire signs. Water signs. Ace of Cup. Oh, we got cups of love coming in. We're filling our cup. Good job, guys. I am a physical extension of source energy. Recognizing this, I'm a vibrational being, a vibrational environment. This is what fills our cup. And what feels good, what feels high vibrational. 4 of Cups. Oh, it's just got a little... There's a rat guarding her 4 cups. It's definitely representing with the crescent moon that will be approaching, asking us to be careful of rejecting things that show up in a way that's from a place of hurt, old pains showing up. We also have the 3 of Pentacles, building our foundations with the mountain. I am mountain strong. I am... It just escaped me. I say it all the time. Mountain stable. Mantra for tuning in to your root and your connection to Mother Earth. Getting grounded so we know what to say yes to. We got the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, don't water the things. You know, 7 upright is watering what we've been planting. But we don't want to water those thoughts. We don't want to feed them with emotion. You know, emotion is water. And bring it down to earth. Feel the feelings so we can recognize what it's coming from. 6 of Cups so that we know where to plant our trees. Who is a branch or a root in our life. Who's a leaf that may, or a stick. These broken sticks, like have come off the tree, representing those who want to fight with us or work against us, or, you know, just aren't in alignment. Those are just the dead branches that needed to fall off the tree. You know, it's radical acceptance, perhaps. I know it's not easy. I struggle with that too sometimes. The Fool. Beginning fresh. 8 of Pentacles. Where we want to be. Gratitude. After we've planted these seeds in the new moon. We want to spin the web. Create the grid. Like the spider. for our creations to fruit and flower, the Daughter of Wands. Or this would be the Knight of, like the Knight of Wands. Tuning in to our feminine energy, our feminine ability to be passionate and compassionate towards our journey. Two other cards flipped up here. Two of Wands, making a choice. The Fool making the choice to step forward, to unblock ourselves. Also building relationships. And Temperance. And it's an egret over a colorful flame. I love these cards, they're beautiful. And this crane or egret, it might be a egret, is being tempered. When fire burns, when our environment gets hot, water evaporates, and that water moves around. It's all in symbiotic relationship, because as water is removed by Mother Earth or us from one place, it's distributed in another, because matter is neither created nor destroyed, it's just transferred. Vibrational transmitters of these warders as we move into Cancer season. Do you have any more cards? The underlying energy, how source is helping. Like Temperance is how source is helping, asking us to be the student, the Fool, to be willing to step off the branch and take flight, but also to know when we're ready. After we have mastered our craft with the Three of Pentacles and learned what's keeping us from letting love in, where are we getting ourselves in a rat tangle, a king rat. Look up king rat. I don't really want to explain what it is. It's kind of gross, the image. Anyways, but really just represents how we can get all tangled up in our thoughts about love, including the old expectations. Then we have the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, Six of Cups coming out next to the Six of Cups. We have 11 cups on the table. Princess of Cups, like the Fool, getting ourselves in a position to receive, to allow our Kundalini to rise. Ace of Wands, yes. The fuel, the fire, the inspiration, the new beginnings with the Fool. We're beginning to see where our passion lies. Yeah, two more. Wow, 3 aces on the board, right? Yeah, Ace of Cups, ace. Oh, I thought this was an ace, I'm sorry. Son of Cups, because there's one cup. So that is like the Knight of Cups. Someone coming in with an offer, perhaps. A friend, a past lover for some of us. Maybe I'm getting past life, soulmate connection. And the Five of Swords under the Two of Wands, reminding us that what may be blocking us from moving forward or making a choice are just these what we've been going through, what we've been releasing, That's interesting. There's a earthworm on these cards, 2 earthworms, which is, you know, they're digest, they go into the earth, they digest, they, you know, with like the 5 of Swords energy from yesterday, we find the wisdom through digesting these occurrences that have asked us to move on a new path, maybe away from something that's no longer aligning with us. And then the Emperor with a big old pine tree. He's gracil. He's draggy. He's gadril. He's gadril. The tree of life. It's in Norse. I can't quite remember how to say it. He's gadril? Something like that. But being strong in our knowing, reaching for the passion, the joy, knowing that all else follows. Do we need any clarifying cards, Spirit? Nope. Just a reminder that, you know, part of this process is about building confidence, putting on the glasses of confidence, building as an emperor. 2 of Swords underneath. It's interesting, 2 2s, and building the confidence to have the wisdom and the devotion and the courage to go within and temper or transmute these energies. June 18th, a sincere journey that introduces you to your worth as the Emperor, Fool, the Daughter of Wands, the innate worth. We are daughters of the stars, sons and daughters of Mother Earth and Father, Mother God. Wear your heart on a sleeve today. Although your Gemini season, is more intellectual than emotional, devotion, the number 6, asks you to make decisions based on your intimate desires and loyalty. Share generously, whether it be kind words to people you love most, or offering a helping hand to a project you deeply believe in. That's why I'm here with you on a Sunday. I deeply believe that I'm here for a purpose, and that purpose is to grow and serve and connect with all of you. It was 1818 just on the timer. 9 and 9, June 18th. Beautiful. But prepare to transition. 6 of Swords. Coming after the 5 of Swords yesterday, which is reversed because we've been doing... these cards are a little weird. Some of the numbers are on bottom, some are on top. Just noticed that. No, that's upright. Anyways, if a protective yet destructive coping mechanism is blocking you from your personal fulfillment you seek most, reach out to your trusted support system for help. With willing yourself to part ways with this defense. You can reach out to your spirit team. Know that you are a vibrational being in a vibrational environment, and a physical extension of source energy. And we need not be caught up in the trifles of others or worried about holding on to love, because, you know, we're only going to receive more feelings of lack of love. It is scary to shed old survival skills, like, do you need to be seen? As children, his name, Kyle Cease said this recently, and I'm new to him, but, children, need to be seen as part of being a child. You're this little creature, and a creature of big old aliens, big old people, and here we are as a child to our higher team, essentially, these high vibrational, these huge expansive energies. And as we grow older, the idea is that we don't no longer need to be seen, because it is a proponent of this ascension process to connect in, to make the choice to release the need to be seen, or the need to be self-fulfilling, and to allow to get into this feminine energy with the Daughter of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Find what's has reciprocity for us, so that we can take that couple of and move forward to, like the swan, to find her mate. Staring down these illusions and delusions of stuck energies in the mental field that Gemini season as a gift has brought to us to transmit and process. It's a funny thing, because I'm a Gemini, and I always had a tough time around my birthday, because being a Gemini, I'm in my head, not a lot, because I meditate quite a bit. I learned to cull that overactive mind in high school, and date myself, but 2003, 22 on the clock, creating new relationships. And I've been meditating for close to 20 years, and it's still a process for me. And I still at days feel myself, especially in signs of air, during those periods when the mentality energies are heightened. I'm often called to do more grounding and reflecting, and it's also asking us to fill our own cup, so that we're not worn out for the next, trip, the next season, which is Cancer, or water energy, the emotional energy. These mental energies perhaps are just preparing you for the emotional journey that comes next. And the cycle moves on like a runaway train. So catch up with it if you can. Make self-affirming decisions today to prioritize the healthy and nourishing relationships and obligations that you have in your life. 6 of Pentacles. If something or someone is draining your emotional tank, now is the time to take personal agency. Yes. Say this: I am an agent for my personal happiness. I declare that I hire myself to be the agent for personal growth and happiness, and make room for something more true. With this Son of Cups and the Swan under the Fool, we're going from being the baby chick on a stick, getting ready to jump in the water, learning now being asked to make a choice to close the door to the past and move forward. Remain loyal to yourself at all costs, and the love you seek will follow. Yep. Because when we're seeking for something outside ourselves, well, we're going to find just the mess of keep seeking for that. 25 on the clock. And that's about choices. We always have choices. It's helpful not to get stuck in that land of indecision during this mentality season of, heavy mentality. Today's mantra: I can love others generously while advocating for my heart and happiness. Oh, the Ace of Cups, filling our own cup. And, I see this now as like kind of the upside of this card, as she's guarding the love that's hers. She's guarding what she's worked so hard to gain within. So keep building up those boundaries. Be your own mountain. Today's journal prompt, this should be a good one. What was my earliest experience of emotional belonging? Wow, yeah, just going back to what I said from Kyle Cease, and emotional belonging, needing to belong is inherent to a child. And it seems to be one of those things that parents sometimes overlook when they come from a place of a pedestal or preaching to their children versus being in reciprocity or holding space. Yeah. Take a warm bath and a large scoop of Epsom salt. Soak in a meditative state for a minimum of 6 minutes. For this is number 6 today. Repeating the affirmation, I'd say soak a little longer than that. If you're going to draw a bath of water, I'd stay in there for at least a half an hour. However, for 6 minutes, if you can, keep this up, it'd be a great exercise to kind of override any other mental patterns. Repeat the affirmation, my mental patterns can change. Sorry, I didn't even read that yet. My mental patterns can change. Just thinking about Mount Everest came to mind. This is ridiculous. When I saw this card, the Three of Pentacles, and we have the red, yellow, and all the red, yellow, and blue highlighted, grounding in our power and our truth. Throat chakra, sacral, and root. George Mallory, English mountaineer who took part in the first 3 British expeditions to Mount Everest, was born today. And do you think he was worried about, emotional belonging when he was climbing that mountain? Or was he focused on the journey and present and the strength, the fortitude that it takes to receive, to find joy in the journey? I reach for joy and all else follows. It's a little better all the time. Paul McCartney, English songwriter, musician, and member of the Beatles, as you probably all know. It's a little better all the time. Yep. And just getting, it can be, I don't necessarily like this term, spiritual bypassing, because even when we're in a place where we're not quite ready to go within and delve in all those deep shadows, it's just part of our process. And I wouldn't want to lay on anyone that like, oh, you bypassed your spiritual ascension, you know, by trying to learn it all now and do it all now. And there is a certain level of intellectual narcissism that comes into play when we're just gathering information. So I really, I'd like to invite others to consider that, spiritual bypassing, if you want to call it that, is really just staying in our comfort zone, staying in our south node, because frankly we weren't fucking ready. And that's okay. There's no need for shame towards anyone, even those that are choosing not to be on the path, the ones that want to cause turmoil and toil and trouble, and the ones that we don't want to water, the thoughts we don't want to water. We also don't want to find ourselves saying no to it and repeating those patterns in our brain. So we tell ourselves, my mental patterns can change. 31:31 on the clock as I look up. Foundations, foundations, foundations. Build your foundation and all else follows. But it's a mountain and there's still more to climb. And when we get over that mountain, it's time to walk down with somewhat weary legs. With the fool, while many of us have been on this journey for a long time and saw the others not so long. It's all about temperance and really not comparing ourselves, our step 1 to other people's step 10, or our being at elevation of 500 feet to someone else being at the elevation of 10,000 feet, when the difference is they've put in the work. 32:32 on the clock. So change your mental patterns and your vibration changes. Thoughts, beliefs are just thoughts that we keep thinking. I'm being called to read the back of this card, and I will end it at this. In every moment, you are broadcasting a very specific vibrational signal that is instantly being understood and answered, like a radio. That's what Abraham says about vibration. It's like a radio. You gotta tune in to the channel you want to listen to. And immediately, your present and future circumstances begin changing in response to the signal you are projecting. The entire universe right now is being affected by what you are offering. I'm just going to give myself a little reminder to remember my own medicine and advice, as many of us will learn when we're instructing others. 33:33 on the clock, and we're building relationships, we're building our foundation up. Sometimes we don't see the web that we've wove, or where we might be blocking our own selves, and we get to accept that as well. We get to accept it as all part of the process and let go, because only we know what is appropriate for me. So I'll leave you all with the reading right there. I thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. If you'd like to join me for a coaching session or a reading, my information is underneath. You can find me at ariaintuitions.com. I am Anthony the Empathic Elevator, and I'm here to help you elevate your life. 34:34 on the timer as we finish with choices. The choice is yours. What will you do with it? Sending you clarity and energy to cleanse out the emotional patterns, Isanevet kwesh kniatiasa. Istwet kniatia rushkuduera kiastueras kniatia. May your throat chakra be aligned. May you be grounded in Mother Earth at this time. May you tune in to your vibrational power. Take care, friends. I love you. Peace, love, and light.